This is the Metal Queens podcast. I'm Steve Richards. On this episode of the MQP, Visionatica, and the lead vocalist Tamara Amedov. Since 2016, the band from Franconia, Germany, has been impressing in the symphonic metal genre with the glamorous vocals of Tamara, accompanied by melodic hard guitar riffs and sensational orchestral elements. And they have a new album out. It just came out a few weeks ago. Harrowing Insight. Cinematic, orchestra, dark metal, this time also with electronic, modern, and especially groovy sounds and a pinch of oriental spice. We'll talk about that. There's a track about that on this album. And you have the charismatic. This is the third studio album recorded and produced by Timon Seidl at Red Audio Studio. I am happy to have for the first time here on the Metal Queens podcast, Tamara from Visionatica. Welcome.
Yes. Hi, thank you.
All right, let's get right into it and start talking about the newest project for you, this third
Mhm.
album, Harrowing Insight. Let's start with the title. What's the story behind the title of it?
Harrowing Insight, it's yeah, probably picture of yourself. That you never thought you be that person, but then you um see you become a person who you never expected to be. So it's a yeah, it's an insight that yeah you see suddenly in yourself.
All right, let's talk about some of the tracks on the album. Let's start with, I was just watching this video earlier, Sympathy for the Devil. What's the story behind that song?
The story is I read an interesting article about uh, the um, the banking in Sweden, in Stockholm. It was a, I'm sorry, my English. Um, and he talks about the Stockholm syndrome, and
Mhm.
he called it in his article "sympathy for the devil," and that was an inspiration for me for that song.
What is your background in music? How did you get into music?
Yeah, I grew up in music. My father makes music, and I grew up with that. And I was yeah, very early with when I was 8 or no, earlier, 5. When I was a little child, I started with theater for children, and then I was 2 years in the opera house in Germany, and yeah, and then after that, at teenage, I started a band, my first band, and then Visionatica.
Were you always into metal?
It was when I hear the first time from Within Temptation. I saw it at TV, and they performed Mother Earth, and I was totally um, yeah, it was amazing for me.
Mm.
And so it starts with metal.
And that did it for you with for
Right.
metal.
Yes, yes, I was totally catched, and I start with metal.
There's an Oriental
Yeah.
song on this album. I'm gonna see if I can pronounce it here. Shirazeh?
Scheherazade?
Shirazeh.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's about a Persian princess. What's the story behind that song?
It's the story from 1001 Nights. Um, yeah, it's a Persian princess who stopped a sultan who killed everyone, and she was the only person who could stop him um, with very yeah, interesting, tricky yeah, things. so she could stop him, and that was really inspiring me.
There is a duet on this album too. It is Ambre Vouvray.
Yes.
So how do you? And that song is called "Fucking Seducer."
Yeah, I always was a fan from Alexandria, and I also had a contact with Marco, with a guitarist from Alexandria, and yeah, we thought it would be great to have a special guest on this album, and so I asked him to get Ombre for this song, and we asked her, and we were very happy when she said yes, she should do it, and yeah, so we had her on board.
What's the story behind that song?
It's about when someone manipulated you, when someone lies to you, and yeah, it's about manipulation.
Tamara, there are a lot of themes on this album, like abuse, self-discovery, trauma, dark romanticy
Yeah.
too. Was that the goal going into this album with you guys, to address these themes, or did that just happen during the writing process?
Yeah, that they just happen, I would say, and I always write, yeah, about the actually themes that goes on in my head, that goes on um, in my soul, and I yeah, bring out the feelings that I have. And at this time, they was very dark, and so I yeah, it happened.
I want you to talk about these guys back here in this picture.
Mhm.
How did you get together with them? I know you made a change recently with your drummer, so you have a new drummer in the band.
Yes,
So, what's the
yes,
story
that's right.
behind you getting together with them?
Yeah, first I meet Manu, and yeah, we met a few years ago, and we started together to record some demos, and yeah, then we saw that we have the exactly things in our mind, and yeah, we have the same um, taste of music, and also to make music, how we make music, and yeah, then we searched the bassist, then Tim, then we found Tim, and after that we found Gerhard, and yeah, but now we have a new drummer.
And in terms of touring right now, you've got some club gigs coming up, right, in Germany this summer and
Mhm.
fall for now in support of the release.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And no plans right now to do a large scale tour, right?
About the tour, we have no plans right now, but we hope so. It yeah, will happen soon. We hope so.
What is the metal scene like, specifically in Franconia and in Germany in general?
Um, the medicine in Franconia is not very big, I would say. But if they are fans, they are very loyal. I would say, yeah.
How about in
This is
Germany?
in Germany about the metal scene. Yeah, I would say it's good, I think. Yeah, it's not. I think it's not so big like in Finland or so, or Sweden, but it's also very. It's okay, I think.
Are there a lot of symphonic metal bands or more dark metal in Germany?
I think more metalcore,
More metalcore?
new metalcore. Yeah.
Who were and are some of your influences, specifically female vocalists in metal? Who do you listen to?
Female vocalist. Yeah, I Within Temptation, of course.
Mm.
That was my first inspiration. Of course, Nightwish, Epica, Delane. Yeah,
Doro Pesh.
that's the bands. Yes,
Classic.
but more classic. Yeah.
Visionatica, by the way, has a website, visionatica.de. They've got great video content up there, videos from the singles from Harrowing Insight. You can get updates on touring info. They're also on Instagram, too. Tamara, thank you so much for joining me here on the Metal Queens podcast.
Thank you, too. Thank you for inviting.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good luck with the
Thank
new
you.
album. And
Thank you.
I'm Steve Richards. Thank you for watching the Metal Queens podcast.